Right, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Doghouse Podcast. Woo! Today I'm joined by, of course, my co-host Jamak.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
What's up? We've got a special guest today.
Yo, I,
What do you want to be
yeah,
called? Ollie? What do you want to be called? Old? What's your preferred name?
You can just call me Ollie. You can just call me that.
We're joined by
what's up,
Ollie.
Olly? What's up,
Hey,
Olly?
What's up?
hey,
Hey.
guys, I'm shy. Like,
It's so weird having a guest on. What?
This is all you're getting, Olly, guys.
Yeah, I
If this
know we've
video
had guests
gets
before on old episodes.
this
We've
video
had guests
gets
before, but
a
this is the thing.
1,000 likes, Olly will do a face reveal.
and I
1,000
know
likes.
everyone wants it. I know everyone wants that. So,
1,000, yeah.
like, you might get little glimpses here and there, but not.
You might get a
nothing
sneaky peek at his
full.
eyebrows, and if you're lucky, you might see an eyelid, like just an eyelid, not even the eye.
Just one of my lids. Okay.
Right, Ollie, how have you been? What have you been up to?
Well, nothing.
Right, do you want to get into one of the first topics I've got written down? Right. So
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
this one is very controversial. Okay, so it's about the
Oh.
show Velma.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I want to talk to you about
Velma.
this
Ollie,
because
you seen it?
this. Have
Okay.
you seen it?
I've seen one episode of it.
Was it the first episode?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Okay, we're on
just
the same
like-
page
It
then.
wasn't
We're
a
on the same
random
page.
pick. Yeah.
Okay, so I know a long time ago, before this was even announced, before it was anything, it was leaked. There was a Velma show, and I remember we spoke about it,
Yep.
and you were very excited for it.
Yep. I was.
You
I
were
was.
giddy for it, and I was just thinking, what are your thoughts on it? Because it's not gone down well with
Okay,
critics and everything.
So, like, not gonna lie, it isn't good, like, at all.
Mm.
But that's okay because, well, yeah, it isn't good. It isn't good at all. And like, I watched it and I didn't like it. I thought it was just awkward because it wasn't funny, and like that's what I wanted it to be, was funny, and it just didn't make me laugh at all. And it was just like awkward. Like a lot of the time, like, a lot of with the show, the main complaint, like before the show came out, before the show came out, I saw a lot of people complaining about it. But the only reason they were complaining, I don't know why you guys are laughing. Like, I'm just giving my opinion.
Just Macky's face. It's just like it's just so deadpan, like.
But yeah, a lot of the time when people.
He's just so silly. It's like it's naturally funny.
A lot of the reason that people didn't like Velma was because before it came out, before people had actually seen it, people were getting mad at the fact that like Velma was like a different race to what she usually is in like Scooby-Doo and stuff. Which I thought like that made me want it to be good because I was like, why is people getting mad? I think that's dumb. But now that the show isn't good, it kind of annoys me because now people have like actual reasons to hate it, and I don't like that because I wanted it to be good. But it just isn't good. Like it isn't funny. And I don't like the fact that like Shaggy is like black in it and like everyone's different races. That I think there's no issue with that at all. I think that's so good and cool. But a lot of it is like she's these like stereotypes of like people in it, and that isn't good. That isn't good about it. Yeah,
they changed the races of people, and they, as jokes, make a lot of stereotype jokes based on like the races and their sexuality and stuff like that.
And that part is what I don't like about it. And I think it would be. I saw someone say, and I do agree with this. I think it would be good if it wasn't like if it was like in the Scooby-Doo world, but not the Scooby-Doo characters, because they don't like their personality-wise. It's nothing really like other than names. They're not really like personality-wise like Scooby-Doo. And I wish like the characterization was a bit more like Scooby-Doo. But I think if it would have actually been a good show to me, well, maybe not good, but a little better, if it was like different characters in the Scooby-Doo world. Like that's all like that's my ops on that.
Yeah, to be fair, I think a lot of people will agree with that. When the biggest complaint is the fact that they just basically get the names of the Scooby-Doo and the Scooby-Doo franchise and just use it to make it a completely different show.
Yeah,
Scooby-Doo isn't in it, which is I thought was like the stupidest thing out of all of it.
Yeah, there is one thing I think that's kind of cool about the idea of it though. And okay, like this is just something I thought of. I think it's kind of cool how like the person who made it, Mindy Kaling. I think it's kind of cool how she probably grew up watching it and like saw it and probably was like, oh my god, all these people are like no one in this show is like me. And she kind of got to then grow up and then change it so they are like her. And I don't know why my hands come out, but add like representation. I think that is cool. I like that she did that, but I just think it isn't really good representation.
The only problem, like the thing is with
Worse.
representation, I think it's better when representation's from new characters rather than just like race swapping a lot of the characters that are like beloved from history. Do you know what I mean?
That part doesn't really bother me, to be honest, but I just wished the representation was good.
Yeah, the only thing that I saw from the reviews is like it borderline is racist, and there's a lot of creepy bits in it as well. Where I've done a review on this, but I've not posted it. The first like part of the series that you see is a shower scene with a bunch of 15-year-olds, which is like,
oh well. I've only seen one episode, and that was in the background. Like I didn't do a full-on deep dive in Velma into the show. Sorry, that sounded gross.
I'm surprised.
I'm gonna leave.
Cancelled, out of context. Take it out of context.
No, he didn't show his face, man.
Oh no, he did.
I didn't do a
it
deep dive in Velma the show. I mean, is what I'm saying to that.
Yeah, are you like disappointed that it's as bad as it is?
Yeah, because Velma is literally like my addiction. Like I love Velma. I can never get enough of Velma.
Really?
So the fact that, I don't know, something about her. I just love her. I love her. But this show just isn't. This show isn't for the Velma fans. It's not made for Velma fans. It's made.
What about
it's not.
Velma do you like?
Her bangs, her glasses, her skirt, her jumper.
It's the general style.
I'm addicted to her. I love her.
Whole pizzazz.
There's no one like her.
Dry. Her personality is dry.
No, like have you ever seen the live action Scooby-Doo films?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because she is the queen of those films. When she walks out in her bigger latex outfit, skin tight, and then she's like, let's go solve a mystery or whatever. And that nerdy guy's glasses like pop off because he literally starts to freak out. That is when I knew that I needed to love Velma forever.
Velma shines in the movies, but in the cartoon, I just don't see what you like about her, apart from the bangs.
The cartoon, not as much, but the live action films is where it's at for me with her.
I think Velma fans should stick to live action then, because I don't think Velma's been very good in the.
Let me say this. If I was the head writer of a new Velma show, I would make it the most Grammy-winning, Emmy-winning, Oscar-winning, Tony-winning show ever. Let me say that.
Right. So like Mindy Kaling basically made herself Velma. It's like a self-insert. Would you do the same? Would you make Velma you?
No, because
Would you make yourself Shaggy?
Or would you stick with the Mindy Kaling Velma? Would you do the voice acting though?
I wouldn't do the voice acting. Well, I would voice act, but I wouldn't voice act Velma. I need her to be done justice, and I'm not her. Like I can't. I'll never be. But I wouldn't make her me. But that's because I don't want Velma to be a man.
What would the name be if it was a man?
I don't know.
Vector.
Velcro. I don't know. Vector.
Vernon.
Vince. Not like Vince. I think that's
Vernon.
probably Veep. So,
okay, not that.
Met a Velma. Is Velma even a person's name?
I've never met anyone called Velma.
I think they're
I can
real.
put my
you heard
hand
it
up
first. Like
to be
the
fair,
leader of
no
the
one
Velma
called Shaggy.
Association.
Yeah, actually, I know loads of people called Shaggy, so can you not laugh about that?
Is that their like hidden name? Is that their like student
I'm
name?
mad now because I have a lot of people I know called Shaggy, and you're laughing about it.
Or Daphne. I don't know any Daphnes.
Or Fred. Like Fred is such an uncommon
I know
name.
Fred
No, I'm
Figglehorn.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, Fred Figglehorn.
Fred's the
You
norm.
can't say that when you've got Fred Figglehorn.
Scooby's pretty
Okay.
normal.
Yeah, Scooby maybe. Yeah.
Scoobster.
Scrappy Doo's pretty common, I think. That's quite a norm. That's quite a normal name.
Yeah, you know Batman. I was literally thinking, because I can't. You know the cartoon Batman, yeah. What was the little
Yeah.
one called?
Oh, Batmite.
Batmite,
I
yeah,
love
Batmite.
Batmite.
Yeah, that's his name.
I used to be obsessed with
What's
him.
the
He's such a
Superman one
little
called
freak.
again?
I don't know, like mini boy.
It's
Mini.
it's got a really goofy name. I'll Google it real quick.
I don't know who that is. I don't know that
Oh, his
man.
name's Mr. Mix.
Yeah, Mixy Pixel.
Batman.
Wait, I feel like
He's
I've
so
heard
cool.
of that. Yeah, I like Batmite.
Yeah,
What are his powers?
Pixelinks. They always fight.
He can shrink. Oh.
No, they have like ultimate power. They can like control everything.
Oh,
Yeah, that interesting thing. Right, are we done with little Velma tangent?
I can't talk about Velma anymore. It's hard. It's too hard for
It's
me.
too
I love her
heartbreaking.
too much.
Okay, so I think the next thing we've got down is it's kind of a segue in between two things.
Okay.
And one of those things is Macky's own creation. So the first thing is your thoughts on AI art. I want to hear what you think about it.
Oh,
Does it scare you? Do you think it's going to take over? Because obviously you're an artist yourself.
yeah.
okay.
Olly's work is amazing.
Well, thank
Agreed.
you. I think that when I first saw it, I thought, oh, this is kind of scary. But then I started to realize that no, I'm not really scared of it because, like, AI art gives people like millions of legs. Like it doesn't know, it can't do what real people like. It literally messes people like up. Like I don't like it.
From what I've seen,
I think
it's mainly hands and feet and faces.
Yeah, I think it makes cool looking images. Like I don't think anyone can really deny that it makes cool stuff. But a lot of the AI art things like steal other people's things and use them to make its own images and like pull images from the internet. And it's like, yeah, it looks cool. And like, yeah, sometimes I look at things and I'm like, oh my God, that looks so cool. But also at the same time, it's like, I don't think it could ever really become a thing that people make money off because it's not got the same like kind of soul that human art does.
But the thing is, it can make it's like 9 pictures based on one prompt in about 30 seconds. So if you just sit there for 5 minutes, you've probably made like as many. You can make it as many as you can, and then what if one of them just looks all right? They can go, "Oh, I made this. This is my own creation."
Yeah, like
and there's no way to prove that it's not.
That is like true, but also at the same time, like I've been seeing a lot of AI everything, so it could kind of go that way for anything. Like I've seen AI music, I've seen people making Lady Gaga songs sound like Dua Lipa is singing them with AI, and that is scary. That is scary because
it segues into this bit.
okay.
That's a good point.
I don't want to get ahead of myself then.
We'll segue straight into it. We'll segue into it because this is the mini mind of Macky. This is today's mini mind of Macky.
Whoa, you leant forward. I'm scared.
Yeah, I need to get proper. What I'm gonna say right now might shock you, because this. Okay, I just can't wait. Let me try and get words into it. It's too much. Wait.
Are you okay?
I'm scared. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Are you okay?
So I used to think, you know when you hear like robots taking over, that's the world's gonna end by robots. I used to think, that's so stupid. That's never gonna happen. I was like, it'll probably be a meteorite or something else. But listen to this now. I'm gonna give you some facts why AI actually could be like the end of humanity. So
okay.
Ooh, I'm scared.
Let's start with the things that first happened with AI. Yeah? So think about people's like ringtones in that. You can get like other celebrities. You can get celebrities' voices to say stuff for you now, can't you?
Yeah.
That's true.
What you're saying with the music songs, you can get celebrities' voices. The identity factor is going, guys, from humanity. But also, have you seen DeepFake?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot about
no,
deepfake.
I haven't. No, never. Never seen anything DeepFake.
So real. You just get celebrities' faces and just imagine if AI just grabs a hold of that. It's all over for us guys. Like some random guy in his house who's not even been on social media. Yeah, AI just takes a picture of his face and hears his voice, just ruin his life by like making him like I don't know, a video of him. Done. He's done. But here's some real life applications to this statement. So I saw on the news there was the person in doing A-level English, yeah, they got AI to type them an essay. They got an A-star.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, man.
Low-key, a good idea.
Good
I'm gonna
idea,
do
but they
that.
got found out. So how's the education system gonna come into play here?
Make it a lot
that is
easier.
so true.
AI is I know you guys think I'm joking, but I'm actually serious.
No,
I completely agree. I
It does
completely
actually
agree,
kind of
sir.
scare me. It does kind of scare me.
AI, if it gets a conscience or someone just, that's enough said.
And the thing is, it's not only AI, but like also, there's like so many jobs now that don't exist because like robots can do them now. But also at the same time, I also do low-key think I'll probably be long dead by the time if that does happen. Like robots
I
and stuff
thought
take
that
over the
too,
world.
Ollie. I thought that too.
Okay, well I'm not thinking it. I'm
Look
hoping
what's
it. I
happened in the
hope
last
I'm
2
dead.
years. Look what's happened in the last 2 years, man.
Okay, like true, like I'm starting to get a little shaking in my boots right now.
People could just make a movie with actors that haven't actually like asked.
I'm not in it, yeah. Like Indiana Jones 5, how Harrison's being like de-aged, like scary, like it can make you young again.
If you've seen Better Call Saul, they do the exact same thing in that, where Saul looks in real life about 60, and in the show he could pass for 30. It's the exact same thing. It's weird. It's completely insane. I know currently though.
It doesn't seem dangerous, but soon it's going to ruin people's lives, man.
Currently though, it's very, very expensive to have passable like deep fakes in movies and stuff because it has to look completely realistic. And the way it's like done now, it takes a long time to go through it, and they have to like keyframe, like by frame, make sure it's not like bugging out or anything.
So I remember seeing a thing, and it was saying how like it would technically be so easy with all like the resources on the internet for someone to make a deep fake of a world leader being like, "I'm going to attack your country," and then if like another world leader sees that, like they could easily fall for it and be like, "Well, let me start a war real quick on this."
That's a good idea. I'll try that out.
AI.
You used to think what were AI?
Queen Elizabeth's speeches.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
I thought you said teeth was AI.
Apparently, when she was on her balcony, apparently that was like a hologram or something. I don't know.
It could be.
Oh.
If you've seen a Tupac or Michael Jackson hologram, look very realistic nowadays.
You've seen that ABBA's concert thing? That's a hologram.
They look identical to being real people. It's completely insane now.
And now the Queen's dead.
Yeah, and she's now a hologram.
And we didn't actually even know.
Maybe Prince Philip died 5 years ago, like he was probably supposed to.
Maybe.
I think they ran out of children's blood to use. So. But no, Michael Jackson is alive. We know that already. That's confirmed.
Yeah.
That's completely true. There's no way that's not real. You know what I mean?
Elvis Presley's still alive. You know.
He's down on the toilet, isn't he? I feel like if he was still alive, he'd be like. I think if he was still alive, he'd try and fix his legacy of dying on the toilet.
Yeah.
I've got to disagree with that one. Do you know what? It's interesting you went with deepfake because you had the idea for talking about deepfakes before this happened, but recently a streamer has been in a bit of controversy because he had deepfaked video and like I don't know the word for it. Lewd. They had like lewd video deepfaked of his streaming buddies. So this streamer was, I can't remember their name. I'll pop it up now. And they were pretty big on Twitch. They're relatively large on Twitch, and he was doing a stream. He popped up his search history, and it came up with a picture of deepfake porn of his friend. What was it? It was Pokimane, QT Cinderella, and another one. I can't remember their name. But it came up with that, and like, it just shows that people are going to go like deepfake like people and like anything. Especially females. I think it happens a lot with females. Like on the internet.
Yeah, I literally saw about that last night, and that's just like the most disgusting, like freakish thing ever to do that. And man, that streamer is literally the grossest person ever. He literally had to pay to watch it. So like so gross, so weird. Like literally get away from me and don't ever come near me, like weirdo.
That's the worst bit is that not only did he clicking it out of curiosity is like, if you're in the heat of the moment, maybe. It's still pretty gross. But then how long does it take you to type your credit card details in? It takes like a good solid 10 minutes of
Yeah, that's literally no accent. I literally freak. Like
it takes me like 10 minutes to get my card details in. So within 10 minutes, I would have gone. You know what? I shouldn't do this. This is completely inappropriate. I know these people. You know, one of them was his best friend's girlfriend, and he was looking
like
at
literally
deepfake porn of her. And he's married. He's got a wife.
Yeah. I saw in his apology video, the wife had just sat there. I was like, oh,
crying the whole time. To be fair, my only complaint is that why was she there? She just sat there and cried the entire time.
I don't really know. Like, I didn't really look about it that much because it was literally making me vom.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought Macky would have done a bit of research into it because it's very topical.
What is it?
Moving on.
Macky, what you got any? No, before we move on, you got any more things on deepfakes?
Let me just quickly. I put a bit of stuff in the notes about it. Let me have a look.
Right. But just to like clarify with the whole like deepfake thing, I do think it's more than anything, it's pretty scary. I know people will say, "Oh, it's this and that," but I think it's generally it's scary for what like people can do.
If you think about the last, like, that's what I was saying about. I never thought robots would take over the world. I was like, that's so stupid, man. That's just in the movies. There's that technology that'll be like 40 years away. Now though, it's just like there's a video out there of Morgan Freeman speaking, but it's actually deepfake and it looks so real. I would play it, but I can't be bothered to find it.
You know what sucks as well? I got you that personalized audio message from Drake, and
Yeah,
I know you're
exactly.
still not convinced that that's real, and it's upsetting because people deepfakes that kind of stuff. And you know, I spent all this effort. I'll play it right now. I spent all this effort getting Drake to send you a voice message, and people just think it's deepfakes. It's awful. Oliver just revealed his face. He just showed his face. He just showed his face.
I showed my face
to
show my expression
Ollie face
and my
reveal.
reaction.
I missed the face reveal. He's deepfake. He's deepfake.
Hey guys, I'm a deepfake.
I'm gonna deepfake him. I've got a picture of him.
Okay.
I have an IRL picture of you, Ollie. I'm just gonna deepfake you the entire time. It's gonna take me ages. I'm gonna have to do all your facial movements.
Also, I was talking about it. Yeah, do you remember the days where there was those apps where you could just put your face on it, and then it made a little dance, like there was this elf.
Like L for yourself. L for yourself. I was obsessed with that.
That stuff just seemed so funny, didn't it? And now it's
become all serious and people are dying because of it.
Now it's looking real.
And now people are getting deepfakes in porn situations. It's great.
So wrong, man.
It's disgusting. I honestly think that's probably one of the most like vile things you can do.
About this. The only way you can escape this is just to go off all social media, get rid of all your technology. But to do that, that means you're basically excluding yourself from the 21st century. So it's a loss, really, if you think about it.
Yeah. The thing is as well, even like people that, not even just like people that don't do anything inappropriate, people that do anything, like if your face is on the internet, they can be deepfaked into inappropriate situations.
What are we doing? Yeah, look at us, man. We've moved so much. They could just AI our face right now.
They've got a full 360 scope of us.
The AI Olly, it'll just be as.
They could put my forehead on any.
Like a loading screen. It's just spinning slowly.
They could put your forehead on any celeb.
Like my perfectly smooth forehead is going to be on anyone, and I'm not okay with that.
So is that the mind of Macky? The mind of Macky?
Yeah, man.
I've said the mini mind of Macky. Woo!
Yay!
Alright, so only love. What's the K-pop one? Is it that?
What is that thing? Ollie would definitely know what that is.
Ollie, you know a lot about K-pop, don't you? It seems like your kind of thing.
I think they do.
I don't know what like where it is actually from, but I do know that is the thing. Like doing that, it's like a little heart.
I'm pretty sure it's from like the Korean pop community. Little love heart.
Love it.
I know you love your K-pop, don't you? So, what's your thoughts on I can't think of any of their names.
BTS.
Jimin. What's your thoughts on Jimin?
I don't listen to BTS.
What?
Ollie listens to.
Oh, you're joking?
Yes, oh my god, I love that you know that.
We know a lot about you, Ollie. You probably don't know. Right, so next segment, just a segue out of that is the game chat. We just talk about some games for a bit.
Oh my god, this one I have my answers prepared for.
So I've got like a little checklist of just to start off, just to get, because this is a new segment. This is the first time we've ever done this segment. So
love it.
What games have you been playing recently? What's your recent catalogue of games you've been?
I've been mentally preparing my answer for this ever since 24 hours ago when you sent me the question list. And my favorite game right now is Just Dance 2023 because it is so fun. I'm literally addicted to dancing in my living room late at night when everyone is in bed. Dancing in my living room to Just Dance, getting 5 stars on every dance, getting the most amount of points I can because it's worldwide. There's a leaderboard and you can be the best in the world, and I need to be at the top because otherwise, what's the point in playing the game? I literally dance.
Can you get sturdy? You'd have to get sturdy.
That ain't on Just Dance, love. So no, I don't.
You can't get sturdy on Just Dance. I bet you can. I think you're lying.
Free, and then you have to pay for it or something.
No, you have to pay for the game, and you get like 40 like songs with it. But then there's like a thing called Just Dance Plus. There's a thing called Just Dance Plus, and you get songs from like every other game, like all the old ones are on it as well.
You got that?
Yeah, but only because it came for free with the game for a month.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're just going to be playing it as much as you can until the month's over.
I have 10 hours in it already, and I only got it like a week ago. Actually, maybe 13 because I played it for a while today. I'm not gonna lie, it's literally the only exercise I do. If I didn't do that, like I wouldn't do no exercise. Like I'm not. I'm obsessed. I literally love it, and it has lore. The game has lore. Like there's storyline. There's a story mode in it.
Did Matt Pack cover it? I don't know. Did Matt Pack cover the lore of Just Dance?
I need him to because I would love it. But there's like one Lady Gaga song which has a whole lore to it, but then after that there's more lore, which is like villains and like you do like a battle mode against there's like a boss fight in it. Like it's so cool.
The Vows of Just Dance.
Good, you know?
But also Just Dance and also Grounded. I also love Grounded. Grounded is so fun.
What's that?
Actually, just a tiny. Okay, yeah. Go on.
Let me explain
I'm sorry.
Grounded is like. It's like a survival game where you're like a kid that's been shrunk down really small and you're in the garden and you have to like survive and there's like massive spiders.
Oh yeah, I played that.
It's literally like so fun. There's a storyline in that and it's so fun. It's so good. And like, it's like big spiders, big insects, like so good.
I played it for 20 minutes and got confused and turned it off.
Okay.
I didn't get it. I just didn't get it at all. I don't know how you're supposed to progress. But also spiders are creepy.
Sounds like that 2-player game. It Takes Two.
I love It Takes Two. I literally am
you know what?
That well. There's a movie coming out of that with a rock.
There's no way. That's got to be capped. There's no way there's an It Takes Two movie.
Yeah, it is. It's coming out, and The Rock is either in it or directing it. But I think he'll be in it because I can direct it when the game already exists.
I love how the whole point is it's supposed to be like just a generic looking dad, and now it's just going to be big steroid Rock.
Well, he might not be the dad. He might be the book, like the therapist book. He might be the book.
Or he might be the because they turn into like, is it like clay?
The little dolls. The little dolls.
Yeah. I want to be the wasps.
It Takes Two movie.
Yeah, see, I wasn't lying. I wasn't fibbing.
That's insane. I did not know that was a thing.
It's one already out.
Yeah, but that's probably not like a real. Like this one will be.
That's probably just all the clips. It's probably just all the clips put together into a movie.
To produce it.
So he's paying for it. God damn.
But that game is like one of the best games I've ever played in my whole life. I literally love it so much.
I feel it's a bit weird having just.
Oh my god, my face is flashed. Never show that. I didn't even know.
I'm showing it.
No,
if you keep that in. Okay, good. That's fine.
Right, so I can't remember what we were on about before.
It Takes Two. Sorry, It Takes Two. Best game of my whole life.
It's a great game.
Love it.
Do you prefer it to what's the prison one? I can't remember what the prison one's called.
Oh, I've not played that, but apparently that's good.
Yeah.
A Way Out.
Very different though. A Way Out. That's it. Very different.
There needs to be more co-op 2-player games, man. Online.
Agreed.
Yeah, because like that's I agree with that. That's true.
Agreed, 100%.
There's literally like 2.
Good for streaming as well. To be fair.
Yeah, and they're just fun. Just
fun to watch, fun to do. Mm-hmm. All right, so the next one is I've not played it, so this is going to have to be your experience on it. But Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, what are your thoughts and feelings on that game?
Okay, when I saw this like random question, like to be honest, like I didn't really like I got it and I played it and I played the game on my Switch and I enjoy it.
Yes.
But I haven't. I don't know. Like it's good. Like I like it. It's fun. It's nice to play. Like
I saw a lot of complaints for it though, because I didn't actually get it because of the complaints.
Like there are a lot. It's not one of the best Pokemon games, but I still like it. Like I'm really easily pleased. Like I don't really have any kind of sense for like what is good and what is bad. Like I'll literally watch something or play something, but like God, I love that, and then it'll like get literally like 1-star reviews. Like one of my favorite movies is The Smurfs 2, and that has like bad reviews, and I love that film with my every fiber of me.
You can't trust. Yesterday,
yeah, exactly.
I watched true. The Final Destination. Its reviews are so poor.
Oh no!
Oh, that's a good film. I like that film.
No, it's not. That film's trash.
It might be a different movie. It might be a different because there's like 5 of them.
Maybe.
Yeah, the one where like everything goes wrong and people die and stuff.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, I love that film.
I love that film.
That's the theme of all of them, though.
I hate those films.
The one I watched is the one with
disaster movies.
It starts off at a racing car place.
Yeah. I've seen that.
I can't believe you like that film. I thought it was awful.
No, I like
it. It was just terrible CGI, most of it.
Yeah, but I didn't even care about that. I just loved it.
just happy to be there, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, any disaster film, I don't think they turn out well. I think they just end up being.
I like watching the disaster.
I love disaster.
It's like Paranormal Activity. They're just it's just not enough like actual entertainment.
I feel like the like natural disaster movies, they're so good. Like floods.
Okay, I prefer natural disaster survival on Roblox.
Me too. I was just about to say that natural
Let me throw
disaster.
that in there.
About Fashion Famous.
Fashion Famous, natural disaster survival, Outlaster, Eviction Notice, The Crazy Race, The Challenge.
I think Outlast is
all my favorite. Total Drama Island, all my favorite Roblox games right there.
Well, is Outlast your favorite one? Is that got to be the number one?
Yeah, because that makes me fulfill my dreams of being on Survivor in real life.
Right. So the final part of the games chat segment is Hogwarts Legacy. Okay. Hogwarts Legacy is, I don't know if it's out yet. I think it's coming out in like a week or so. I can't remember. Okay, so this game has obviously been based on the. Sorry, I'm really bad at speaking today. It's based on the Harry Potter franchise. Okay, and there's been a lot of controversy with the creator of Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling, being transphobic on Twitter. And obviously, people don't like people being transphobic. What? You just see Macky giggling.
It's the most random thing ever. It's just the most random thing ever.
What, this segment?
Yeah, no, just like 2 things.
This is actual topical news. This is actually really topical news, okay? So people on TikTok are trying to boycott the game and basically saying if you pay for this game, you're transphobic, okay? So I just wanted to get Oliver's thoughts and feelings on it because obviously you're part of the LGBT. Not obviously, sorry. You're part of the LGBT.
Wow! Oh my god!
Everyone.
You're getting cancelled, Julius.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, okay, right. So you're part of the LGBT community. I know you're not in the same you're not in that letter. But I know it's.
I'm not trans, is what you're saying.
I mean, I don't think you are. If you are, it's completely fine. But you're not. From what I know, you're not. But you're part of the LGBT. So I think your opinion is valid for this whole thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So what are your feelings on the boycott for it?
Okay. So I actually, I have I do have thoughts and feelings on this opinion. I mean, on this fact, on this topic even. But like my like the thing I think about it is I can't really speak too heavily on it because I'm not like a trans person, so I don't want to like speak for like a lot of trans people's opinions on it. But basically, I personally think that if either of you tomorrow were to go out and buy Hogwarts Legacy, I wouldn't think, oh my god, those two are transphobic people. However, I do think that buying the game is technically like supporting and giving money to J.K. Rowling, who is a transphobic person, and like I wouldn't be like, oh my god, you guys are transphobic, but I'd be like, like you didn't really like you know, it's not, you don't need the game, and I think a lot of people like. So I'm not. I like looks wise, like objectively, it looks cool. But the thing is, I won't buy it because I know like the implications and like things that would do. Like that would be supporting a transphobic person. I don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
And also the thing is, I think a lot of people are mad at people being like there are a lot of people being like, oh, all these people are saying I can't play it. I'm so mad. But the thing is, a lot of people wouldn't want to play the game if there weren't people saying that they shouldn't be playing it. But a lot of people only want to play it because there are people saying that they can't. So they're like, well, I want to play it.
It does look pretty cool.
Well, it might look cool, but like there are better games out there. Like go play It Takes Two. Go play Just Dance instead of Hogwarts Legacy. You like no one's gonna die if they don't play Hogwarts Legacy. And like there are better games. Like go play Harry Potter in Roblox. You know, like.
Go play Lego Harry Potter.
To play it.
Hogwarts Legacy?
Pardon?
Are you gonna get Hogwarts Legacy?
Nope, I'm not gonna get Hogwarts Legacy.
I wasn't gonna get it in the first place.
Yeah, I was tempted because it looked pretty cool, but I'm not really a massive Harry Potter fan.
Exactly,
it looks open. I just like open world fantasy. Really, I think that's like the whole idea of the game. And
exactly, and the thing is, there are better open world fantasy games out there, and there are better open world fantasy games out there made by people who are better people than J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, it's fair. I understand like some of the arguments of saying that like people saying, oh, you're supporting someone who's transphobic, but if you support a lot of major companies, you know, it goes to some really terrible people. Like if you buy stuff from China. They famously use sweatshops, so stuff like Nike, Huawei, some other very large brands. They all use like child sweatshops, which is like very, very bad. They basically have child slavery and like they're really mistreated like in their younger years. And these are mega brands.
That's definitely true. Yeah.
I see a lot of people like, using that as an argument. I think that's a very valid argument personally, but I also think that shouldn't be acceptable anyway. I think people should understand that's also a really bad situation, rather than using that as an excuse for it. I think they should also attack that. But I do think that also, from what I've seen, J.K. Rowling, as it's known, she sold the Harry Potter franchise to Universal, so. She actually gets a very, very small cut of what the game makes. I think she gets like
still going to be loads though.
5%.
Yeah, either way, I don't want to give any money to that old rat. Like I don't want to give any money to her. Like I don't want her to have any money out of my wallet.
But I understand that, yeah. But it's like people that if you buy Nike shoes, or I think a lot of shoes, really, a lot of clothing, a lot of it do come from sweatshops. So. Would you consider maybe not like going to these companies that have the sweatshops?
This is the thing, okay? Like, well, like the short answer is yes, because if I'm buying from somewhere and I know that and I'm like aware that they would use a sweatshop, then I would like make a full effort to not buy from there again. And the thing is with clothes, it's like there's so many clothes and like you can't fact check every single item of clothing you buy, but you can do your best to know. But the thing is with Hogwarts Legacy, it's not like a necessity that you need. It's not like, oh, I accidentally bought Hogwarts Legacy because I needed it. The thing is, people wear clothes every day, and like
it's like
you go to the shop and
a lot of these things are major brands, so it's like large brands.
I've bought from Primark before without knowing that they actually use sweatshops in like factories and stuff, and now I won't buy from there again. But the thing is, people now aware that Hogwarts Legacy links to J.K. Rowling, who is transphobic, which is such common knowledge now. And nobody needs to buy Hogwarts Legacy. Nobody needs that game. So, like, nobody needs to buy it.
A lot of people
so it's not really
need like cheaper clothing or more fashionable clothing or these larger brands.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like, nobody needs... Like, if you know it and, like, if you know that something you're doing links to that, then it's kind of like... I get that it might not be possible for everything. Like, if you have a phone, like, maybe the glass... Like, if you have an Apple phone, the glass screen was maybe, like, developed in, like, a place where people were being underpaid and underfed. And I get that it's impossible to avoid it for every single thing you own. Like, there's no way to avoid... Like, every single thing everyone has. Like, there's no way you can do anything without it somehow being linked to being problematic at its roots. Yeah. Like, there's no way you can do that. But this is something that is so, like, clearly, like, linked to J.K. Rowling, who is problematic, so it's so easy to just not do it.
So, would you say, like, would you never see any of the other Harry Potter films, or any of the, what are they called, Beast ones, the Fantastic Beasts?
Fantastic Beasts.
If you were a really big fan of Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts, and then it came out that she was transphobic, what would I don't know if you're a big fan. I don't think you are anyway.
I mean, I'm not really a massive fan anyway. So I mean, I guess the answer is no. Like, there has been all the Fantastic Beasts films come out, and I haven't seen any, like, in cinemas or anything. I have seen one, but you know, it was on, like, Sky Movies. But but like and like a lot of the time, like I own Harry Potter books, but when I bought those books, that was before a bunch of stuff had come out about it. So now, if I was to read that book, I wouldn't be financially supporting it. I would just be reading something that I bought. Like, the damage has already been done, you know?
Yeah.
But now that I know stuff about her and everything, I wouldn't now buy anything to do with Harry Potter. But, like, I own Lego Harry Potter for the Wii, but I got that when I was, like, literally freaking, like, 5 years old, before I knew anything about J.K. Rowling. So if I played that now, it wouldn't be supporting her because it's for the Wii and it's, like, an old game that I bought ages ago. But I wouldn't do anything.
That's another thing with Hogwarts Legacy as well. If you buy it from, like, CEX or a secondhand game shop, you can buy it without, like, supporting it at all.
Yeah,
so
like,
if people in the, like, LGBT community really want to play Harry Potter Legacy, Hogwarts Legacy, sorry, that is a big solution to it, and I think that should be put out there as well, that you can buy it from secondhand shops, which wouldn't, like, give any sort of cut or anything to J.K. Rowling or whoever you, like, don't want to support.
I'm sure no one will want to play though, because Just Dance 2023 is out there, and that's way better.
Very true. Very true. Do you think? Right. So I couldn't. I thought of a good analogy for it now. Okay. So I think for what you said before, your favorite celebrity is Lady Gaga. Okay.
One of my faves. One of my tops.
Who is your number one? Who's your number one?
I don't really know. I don't know if I would need a full long day to be able to answer that question.
Okay, so let's just use Lady Gaga as an example, okay?
Okay.
Let's say Lady Gaga, it turns out that she said some really, really bad things. Mm-hmm. She said something racist or homophobic or whatever. Do you think you'd have the I don't know what the word would be, the incentive or the reason? Do you think that's good enough reason to cut them off completely? Would you cut them off completely?
I mean, if tomorrow Lady Gaga said something racist, then I would cut her off completely, because why would she do that? Like that's wrong. Like that's the short and simple answer, is that's wrong. Yeah. Like, why would I support her for that?
Yeah. Well, so would you still listen to her music though, or would you listen to anything, even though you do enjoy it? But and also with these, like, record things and everything, they only get a small cut. They won't get 100% of what you make.
I mean, I'd have to not, because then I'd be supporting someone who was racist. Like, there is a good example with this. Is I used to be a massive Panic at the Disco fan, but then so much bad stuff came out about them, so then I just stopped listening to their music and stopped buying their stuff.
I think I also have that with Kanye.
Oh, there's, like, a bunch of stuff came out about, like, the lead guy, Brendan Urie, basically, like, did a bunch of, like I don't really know the full ins and outs of everything, but, like, was, like, basically said really bad things and, like, just done really bad things, basically.
Yeah.
So the minute I found out about that, I was like, okay, I won't listen to his music anymore, and then I just stopped listening to it.
there's another example of that as well. Is I can't remember the name of the actual band now, but it was a really popular rock band, and it turned out one of I think it was their lead singer was not just, he was like a proper pedophile, like a toddler pedophile, like that young, and people still continue to listen to them for a while, and they're still like pretty relatively like listen.
I think I know what band you're talking about.
Do you know what? I'm not trying to allude it. I just can't remember the name. Can you say it? Because I actually can't remember
do you mean Red Hot Chili Peppers?
No, it's not Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's they've got a really weird name. I can't remember.
That's another one.
I don't know if they've done anything. I don't know if it's Red Hot Chili Peppers. But it's also another example. Yeah, Kanye West. Like I'm a massive Kanye fan, but then it's obviously he's mental. He's not a good man anymore. So like I'm in this weird limbo of I can't listen to his music, even though I really like his music.
I mean, there's like better music out there that you can listen to than.
Oh no, Kanye's his music's great. It's always been like that with Kanye.
You might find his music great, but there's nothing else about him that's great with half of the stuff that he does online. Like
I know exactly, but his music's so good.
Okay, but there's better music. There's better music that you can listen to. Like you won't die if you never listen to Kanye West again.
A good more examples: R. Kelly and Michael Jackson, both pedophiles, right?
Not true about Michael Jackson.
No, it is. It's so well known.
Okay,
surely.
this is okay.
Okay. I'll let Macky have that, right? Because I know there are allegations, but R. Kelly, it's confirmed. We know R. Kelly. But people love R. Kelly. People still listen to him, like Trapped in the Closet and stuff. People will still listen to that kind of music. So like, I don't know where this has evolved to.
Yeah, I don't know what. Like, okay.
So, does buying the game support transphobia? Sorry, we'll just go back to Hogwarts Legacy. Does that support transphobia?
I mean, yeah, you support J.K. Rowling, and she is transphobic.
Okay, is it wrong to buy the game? Is it? Do you personally find it wrong if someone you know bought the game?
If I knew someone that bought the game, I wouldn't like cut them off from my life, but I would be like, you didn't have to do that. Why did you do that?
Also, we're announcing a giveaway in this episode. We're giving away 10 copies of Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, yay!
I'm only joking.
I don't condone that.
He does, because he's paying for it.
Oh.
Yay, thanks, Oliver. Yay.
None of that is true. Just to be clear, just for the record, none of that is true.
If I give away anything, I don't know, it'd be a like or something, I don't know. I don't have anything to give away. I can give away some clothes that don't fit me anymore. Right, so the final actual topic I've got written down is your thoughts on Andrew Tate. I know he's very problematic and very, I don't know the words, controversial.
Bad. Yeah, like evil, like nasty, mean.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on like his censorship and him being like kicked off every platform and all that?
I mean, like happy, like feeling good inside, like loving life when I saw it happen. Like I don't, like that's just the truth of the matter. Like,
do you find it like slightly concerning that these larger platforms can like do that to people? Regardless, if you don't like Andrew Tate, let's just say it's someone you do like. Okay, Lady Gaga gets completely wiped off the surface of every social media, Spotify, Apple Music. They're just gone. Do you find it slightly concerning that they can just do that with larger people? I'm not defending Andrew Tate, by the way, just to clarify.
I would be concerned if it wasn't for good reason, but the thing with Andrew Tate is he does deserve to be wiped off everything, so it is for good reason. But if Lady Gaga had done nothing, then yeah, I'd be like, why? Like I would be concerned, but I'm not concerned with Andrew Tate because he's a bad person.
Did he say something that bad though, that he got kicked off everything?
I mean, he shares like opinions that are harmful and can like make like young impressionable teenage like boys mostly like the way he talks about women and stuff is literally disgusting. Like it literally makes me ill to listen to him speak. Like so, yeah, it is
I think
harmful.
If we ban him, I think we should also ban like the female like Twitter people and like kill all men. Do you think that should be like banned as well?
What people who say kill all men?
Yeah.
I mean, if you
do you
can
find
name,
because is that on like the same level? Do you think?
I mean, I don't really know, because when people say kill all men, I mean, I can't really think of anyone who's ever said kill all men. Like, I mean, I know people do, but I mean, I can't name someone right now off the top of my head. I mean, but the thing is with Andrew Tate is his thing is constantly posting and posting and posting his like agenda of how things should be. But when there are people on Twitter and stuff who are like, oh, hashtag kill all men, those people aren't constantly tweeting and tweeting, but like, die men, I need men to die, like, hey, like, let's get all men killed, like, but that's what Andrew Tate does, and he constantly pushes his opinion onto people, onto young impressionable people, and he's like, none of his opinions are true. The way he talks about women as if they're like property is just not good, and he's like that's the bad part about it.
Yeah, I do you know what? I don't want to be too annoying, but I think I disagree with it's not constantly done. Because if you go on social media, there are accounts that are dedicated to doing stuff like that, and some of them have like hundreds of thousands of followers. They get loads of retweets, they get loads of followers, they get loads of likes.
Can you name one right now?
No, I cannot, because I don't actively search
but
for
you can name Andrew Tate, and that's the issue. That's the issue right there.
I mean, I understand that Andrew Tate's more prevalent in the media.
I just kind of ate you up, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Let me find an example then.
No, but you have to look for an example. If you have to look, you don't have to look for Andrew Tate. I can't think of any massive celebrity that's like making like a living and making a successful career off of like pushing off a bad agenda about killing all men.
What about BuzzFeed, the company BuzzFeed? Stuff like that. Do you like with these like news outlets that do that as well?
What do BuzzFeed do?
BuzzFeed made they've done hundreds of videos about white people and men. Like I'd say equally with both of them. They attack those two groups like very, very consistently.
I mean, I don't really know. I don't follow BuzzFeed that heavily.
Well, okay, that's a bad example. I don't know what example would be. BuzzFeed's the only one I can think of, because it's just such a that is like the equivalent to Andrew Tate, and they felt nothing.
There's no one famous.
Right.
They're not famous because they don't get looked at.
No. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And the thing is,
not supporting Andrew Tate once again. Not supporting Andrew Tate. I'm just
another thing about it is the sad fact about it is as well the fact that Andrew Tate is a man, and because he's a man, he has societally like way more power and will get more people to listen to him. But the thing is, if there was someone exactly like him who was a woman, she would probably have like so many people attacking her. Like, I mean, rightfully if she was saying like bad things, but I mean like he has like so much power because he's a man, and like so many like young teen boys are like, yeah, like this alpha male, I love him, like he's amazing, like, and like that's just like the issue. That's why he's so powerful, like big and like known, because he's a man, and like that's just like sad that like because he's a man, he's been pushed onto like a pedestal by so many young impressionable teen boys, and maybe other people as well, but I just know that as a big majority of his audience.
So I heard you brought up like alpha male and like masculinity. What are your thoughts on like alpha males and masculinity and like that kind of like I don't want to say mindset in like the area.
This is random. This is super random. What's my thought on alpha males?
No, just like that area. Like you don't have to answer if you don't want. It's just that kind of like well, yeah, because I think that is why he's probably as big as he is because he promotes like I say alpha male. I don't know what the word would be. Masculinity.
I mean, I think the thing with Andrew Tate is he presents what he thinks masculinity is, but what he presents isn't what masculinity is. He's like, oh yeah, like to be masculine, you have to have loads of women and you have to, you know, blah 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 blah. But no, that's not true. Like, there are literally is like such a like multi-topic, multifaceted, broad topic that like you can be masculine in any way you want. Like, you can be big and strong, or you can be like camp and dancing around in a tutu, and that can still be masculine. Like, who cares?
I also think that the masculinity is also like it's very subjective as well, with what's too masculine and what's considered being masculine. I know that's what you just said, but like, you know, even if someone's feminine or if someone's in another way, I think that should be as equally celebrated. I think people should not have personality traits be celebrated, rather the actual person be celebrated.
Yeah,
I think stuff like masculinity and femininity is like, well, personally, I think it's like very, very outdated to have someone who has the idea of just having to be masculine and just like, or if someone's feminine, that's bad. I don't think that's relevant nowadays, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true.
I actually saw an interesting thing as well about masculinity and femininity from, I think it was Vice. They sat down like a bunch of different types of men. So you've got religious people, you've got people from the LGBT, you've got just random people from the street, just random men. And they basically just said, what is masculinity? And most of them just came down to, it's just looking after whoever you can and taking care of people. Would you put that as masculinity? What's your definition of masculinity?
I mean, I don't really know, like, I don't really know what my definition of masculinity is, but the thing is, like, all I think about it is that I think that, like, any type of, like, man, as long as they're a good man and, like, not sharing harmful opinions, Andrew Tate, and like isn't hurting people and just living their lives and being authentically themselves. I think that's what masculinity is, just being yourself, and you know.
Yeah, that's a very, very good way. What are your thoughts on Rule 34?
What the hell?
What's your thoughts on that?
Wait, what is that again? I just need a reminder.
You sent me a message saying I should talk about it with you.
Oh, shut up. Shut your lying mouth.
Yeah, no. If you go on a direct message, it's right there.
Shut your lying mouth.
Okay, I mean, you want to talk about it, but... Okay. And by the way, the only reason I brought up Andrew Tate was because of the whole prison situation with him being arrested and, like, what's going on with it. And
Greta Thunberg slaying him.
Yeah, so basically, he was arrested because of the pizza box. I think that's hilarious, personally. I think that's the silliest way you can get arrested.
I think Greta Thunberg slayed.
Yeah, and then as of today, from what I've seen in the news, is that he's still being arrested, not for just trafficking or that, like it was originally. Apparently, he's been arrested now for being a danger to people.
Like, bye, Andrew.
Yeah, I think he's just going to be arrested for a while. I think it's just the government need a way to arrest him as well, because he is probably quite dangerous to their area. Especially because he's not even Romanian, so to be fair, they could just deport him, but I don't know. I don't know if they have that power or not. Right, so is there any other subjects you want to talk about, Macky? Have you got anything else you can think of? Any questions you want to ask our keen guest?
Spoken about, you know, I think a lot has already been said. Like, Olly is such a good speaker.
Thank you.
You actually are a really good speaker. Full praise.
He probably hasn't spoken a lot about stuff we've talked about, but he just already has loads of stuff in his head that he just can tell us. So definitely get back on another time.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I'm about to bring in the viewership.
Please do. We need a viewership. Please bring them in, please. I just want to just a little bonus bit for the end, alright? I'm just gonna add this at the end. What's like your whole situation with art? Like, what do you do with art? Because I kind of wanted to bring you on to talk about art, but I kind of got sidetracked. But the reason that I respect you as much as I do is because I think no matter what like your deal is, or no matter what software you've got or anything, you've still stuck to art like your entire life. I want to see what are you going to do with the art in the future, or what are your thoughts for the future in general?
My biggest dream is to make my own children's cartoon, or to make a graphic novel, or to make a video game, or to make a film, or to make a brand, or to make a shop, or to make merchandise, or to be rich and famous and living in a nice mansion in the hills. That's my dream.
So you're very. So basically, you've not got like a plan yet.
That sounded like a plan to me.
I want to be rich, and I want a TV show and a movie and a comic series and a.
Well, you got to speak it out into the universe, or it'll never happen.
Is there something that like you're working on now that's using like your skill or using your trade?
No, the only thing I'm working on right now is Just Dance 2023. Like,
do you have plans for anything? Do you have any plans or anything?
Like, not really. No, like that's just the truth. Like, no. other than I don't know, other than like grow. Like, I
can't believe you actually. You have like no ideas for anything.
My all-time dream is to make a children's cartoon, but I mean I doubt that will happen within the next 5 years. Well, actually no, I'm not going to say that. I doubt that'll happen within the next year, but you know, maybe 5 years. Who knows?
Start planning it. You can get everything ready for it.
Yep.
Think of some keen voice actors, you know.
Yeah, I don't know where I can find any.
I don't know where you find them either.
I don't know where, but you know, maybe somewhere.
Reddit, Discord.
I'd love to be a voice actor.
Yeah, me too. I'm throwing my hat in the ring.
Okay, well, you guys will be the first who I call.
We will be the bin men.
You and Jenna Ortega and Lady Gaga.
Oh yeah. But my rate is whatever they get though. Whatever you're paying them, I want the same.
I'll pay you like in niceness and kindness, and then
I'll do it.
And they'll get loads of money.
Okay, so what's the equivalent of like 5 million in niceness?
Like a high five.
But like a home cooked meal, or
like a high five and a hug.
That's basically it. That's everything we've got written down. Thank you for coming on to the podcast. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Have you got anything you want to plug? You got like shout out your Instagram and everything. Anything you?
So I have an art Instagram account called Olly Dolb, OLLYDOLB, but that's all I have. So like,
Twitter? You got a Twitter?
Yeah, but I don't use it, so I won't plug that.
Pinterest.
My Pinterest. If anyone wants to follow my Pinterest, my
I found your Pinterest looking for you. So, have you got a link? Yeah, okay, that's it. Right.
I don't have a link. That was a joke.
Okay, thank you for listening to the podcast. You can listen to us on Spotify and all major streaming platforms. Thank you for joining me, Jamak. His YouTube channel is The Mind of Macky, and of course Macky Studios, and and Jamak for music. I've been your host, KingMagna. You can find me on Spotify as KingMagna. Same with YouTube, MagnaMario Show.
Oh wait, I need to plug Just Dance 2023. You have to play that game.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I have to. I don't know if I have the time to play Just Dance.
You have to play Just Dance more than you do Hogwarts Legacy. Let me say that. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Sorry. Do you know how bad my mobility is? I'm not like a. I'm not
hey,
like in a wheelchair.
Anyone can play it. Anyone can. No, they have dances where you just have to use your arms.
To be fair, I've played that sitting down before. Right.
Yeah, who hasn't? Am I right?
Bang on. Spot on there.
Okay.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for having me.
See you later.
Bye.